Hey guys, welcome back to the channel for yet another Prime1 preview here. Obviously, last night was their showcase. They usually do those a couple months every year, and this one caught my attention among other things, such as the Predator Badlands deck in third scale, which I'm gonna showcase soon here on the channel as well as a preview. Now, if you guys don't know who Prime1 Studios are, they're pretty much at this point, it's safe to say that they are the biggest statue company in the world. If you follow me on my channel, I reviewed a couple of their pieces, mainly the big one, my holy grail, which is the Prime1 Studios 1/3 scale statue of the Jungle Hunter Predator. Again, my holy grail, the most expensive piece I have in my collection, so make sure to check out that review. But ever since they've released their first Transformer figures, I believe back in almost 10 years ago, they've done the Megatron, which was their first one back then from obviously Revenge of the Fallen. I always said to myself, what if they would do a Devastator? And here it is, 10 years later. Let's look at this thing. It's massive. We don't know how much this thing is gonna be. From what I've heard, it's gonna be between $4,000 and $6,000. It's completely huge. Again, this is a non-scale piece, which means it doesn't necessarily scale with anything else that they've made. Obviously, here to their left, or to the left of the Devastator, is the Revenge of the Fallen Megatron, which I don't think is in scale with this one. Again, I could be wrong. He was supposed to be like over 100 feet tall in the movie, but based on this, like the RV and the van, I think the scale doesn't look too right. He looks kind of small next to the vehicles. This is obviously the scene in the third act in the movie where they were in Egypt, and I could have swear that the vehicles in that scene were way smaller than this. So I think the base may be a little bit overscaled to like in the proportions of the statue here, because I remember like he was crushing one car with either a foot and the car was way small. Maybe it's like the perspective thing here. Obviously, Devastator in the movie was composed of different construction vehicles. You had like some tractors, some cranes, bulldozers, a big ass crane, excavator for like the I think that the main torso. There's like a cement machine, bucket that's pretty much from the head. So there's a couple of vehicles, which is cool. But again, this thing is massive. It's also going to include an extra head where he kind of does that vacuuming thing that he had in the movie. So again, that looks massive. You also have the balls right there, which again Simmons in the movie says at one point, we're under the enemy scrotum. That's super, stupid line in the movie. I mean, I still think obviously the first Transformers movie from 2007 does have like the best story and action, but I think Revenge of the Fallen has like the best conceptual creatures. I mean, Transformers design, especially like the Decepticons. Also, I just noticed here on the shoulder he has the missile pods, which were present obviously in the movie. But again, this thing is gonna be massive, guys. Prepare to pay a lot of money for this, and I cannot imagine like how many boxes this thing is gonna include. I mean, it's safe to say like the base alone is gonna be in one box, but then this thing is gonna have like 4 or 5 boxes. Shipping is gonna be astronomical, at least $3,000 just for the shipping. So again, this thing is gonna be almost $10,000, including like fees, import fees, taxes, whatever you want to name it. But again, fantastic here. I'm not sure if the eyes do light up. They kind of look almost like they're kind of painted that way. It's a little bit unfortunate, especially for the price point. But again, you can see the crazy ass detail. I'm sure whoever sculpted this in Maya or ZBrush, whatever they're using to sculpt like these hard surface details, had a blast. I mean, just imagine the amount of polygons that they've used to sculpt all these amazing like details. For instance, just the grill of one of the vehicles. You can see the tires, all these crazy things. And like just molding this thing would have been a nightmare. I would assume. I'm not sure how complex it is to mold something like this, especially like I think in the movie, if you watch the making of, they said that this has like more than 100,000 pieces, just individual pieces that they've sculpted, which is crazy. And again, the balls here. I'd also remember from the making of this thing. was so complex to render that the computers from ADI or ILM, should I say, sorry, pretty much crashed and burned because this thing, was taking so much power just to, just to render all these crazy details, which was insane. Wow, very impressed with this one. Here, awesome details on the base. You can see the sand right there. The crane has this like individual strings, which is cool. Very nice to see that. You can see some missile pods right there on the shoulder, but yeah, crazy details. And here's the extra head sculpt, which Jesus Christ, this thing is gonna be big. We're gonna see that how big it is in a couple of seconds here. But you can see the open mouth right there with all this grinding stuff inside, where he did that vacuum. Quite a stupid scene. I mean, I'm not sure why he was kind of doing that, blowing up everything. But again, and you have the sub base right there, which is very nice. You have a lot of mechanical details and a big ass Decepticon logo right there. You have some nice pistons. Again, the weathering. Uh, this thing is gonna be a nightmare to put together. Like, I cannot imagine the amount of pieces that this thing is gonna be. Look how big this thing is, guys. Jesus Christ. And obviously also gonna have Mudflap and Skids, I think their name was in the movie. The Chevrolet vehicles right there, which again, they are supposed to be in scale with Devastator, but again, are these gonna be in scale with the other Transformers? Like, I would imagine from what I've saw, these are gonna be between 6 and 8 inches tall, give or take. But again, they are in scale. I think one of them gets eaten by Devastator, but then he managed to kind of break away from the being eaten, which is kind of interesting. But yeah, fantastic details right there. Impressed with this one. And there's Skids and Mudflap again. Very awesome details. I'm not sure if these are licensed products like from Chevrolet. I don't see any logos. It's a little bit blurry, but again, it's awesome to see these two guys. They're pretty goofy in the movie. I believe they're supposed to appear in Dark of the Moon, but they were kind of removed from the movie. There was like behind the scenes where their vehicles were kind of present. But again, very nice detail. You can see the tires right there, all the gears, the mechanics, the front of the vehicles right there. These guys in the movie, they're pretty small. I believe they're like, I don't know, not even 10 feet tall. They're probably the smallest Autobots from the Bay universe. I think RC was also very small. But yeah, very nice details. Obviously, this guy has the golden tooth right there in the front. You can see the mechanics. Uh, very nice pen application on these. Very cool to see. Again, not sure if they're gonna have a light up in the eyes. Usually in the movie, like the headlights kind of light up, also the eyes. And look how big this thing is next to a person who's about 5'11" right there. So it's gonna be 113 centimeters tall, which is like over 40 inches tall, and then 100 centimeters wide and 88 centimeters deep. So this thing, you have to like buy a kitchen table to just display this guy, and also the weight. Like, this thing is gonna be like 200, 300 pounds alone. It's gonna be stupid. And again, next to a real human here. Again, very goofy haircuts right there that dude has. But look how massive it is. I mean, just to put things in perspective, this thing is about the same size as like a 1/3 scale Predator statue. I was gonna say figure. So again, if you've seen my collection, my 1/3 scale Jungle Hunter is 36 inches. So that would come about right there, almost to his elbow. So again, this I believe is 41, 42 inches tall, which is stupid and very wide. So this thing would pretty much need a garage shelf to itself. Those big 26-inch wide, but that's not gonna be enough because this thing is gonna be 88 centimeters wide. So it's definitely gonna, you know, kind of go on the edge a little bit, unfortunate because of the size. But man, Jesus Christ, this is gonna be an impressive piece. So yeah, guys, let me know what you think about this monstrosity. Is this something they're gonna pre-order, or they're just gonna stick with like the Hasbro small version? So yeah, guys, as usual, stick around to the channel. There's more content to come, especially more statues from Prime1, especially Deck and Thea in 1/3 scale. Next, and I guess in 3 weeks' time, there's gonna be the San Diego Comic Con, so there's a lot more stuff that's gonna be unveiled there. Obviously, Hot Toys, Trick or Treat Studios, and of course NECA. So stick around for that, guys. And as usual, have a fantastic day. Enjoy your weekend, and see you soon on the next video. Bye bye.